And regarding the Drag Queen Story Hour, a lot of people have come out and suggested that this is about inclusion and tolerance and acceptance. However, that's not exactly congruent with what the DQSH says about themselves, which says DQSH captures the imagination and play of gender fluidity. This is about introducing children to transgenderism and gender fluidity. Not according to what I say, according to what they say. Suicide rate among transgender people.
Because people like you tell us that we don't exist.
The research was.
Yes, it does.
I'm reminded of the theme song for Reading Rainbow that I watched as a child. I can be anything, take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow. I can be anything. What a positive message for children.
My children would crawl around and pretend like they were a dog. In the mindset of diversity, do I allow them to continue doing that? There's not an educator in here that will allow a 6-year-old, not a business owner in here, to allow their employee to show up, walking on all fours, acting like a dog. And I think by distilling this into young children, instead of saying, no, we're going to grow up to be mature adults thinking the way adults are supposed to think. Not like little children that I can be anything I want. We can't.
It's an event to teach empathy and tolerance. And these aren't values that are exclusive to this community. These enrich all of our communities when children have it. This helps everyone. As a gay man, I definitely struggled with my share of that growing up. And I'm so proud of this fraternity for stepping up and volunteering their time and effort to try to make the community a better place. When I first heard about this event, I was really excited. It was great to see this kind of progressive understanding ideas in Lafayette.
Hi, I'm the president of Indivisible Acadiana and also secretary for Blue Acadiana, two groups that are trying to promote progressive political activity here.
You know, one of the things I heard just a moment ago was there are folks that are trying to bring progressive political activity to Acadiana. I don't know if you're aware, but that term progressive is a political term. And the library is not supposed to be a megaphone for politics. In fact, I have personally called to come to the library to have an event here for the Republican Party, and I was told we don't do that.
My name is Thomas Drake. I'm director of TFP Louisiana, a civic organization of Catholics with 34,000 members in the state of Louisiana. I've been a patron of the main public library here for over 20 years. When transgender sex ed for 3 to 6-year-olds becomes the new library normal, I and many other patrons no longer feel welcome nor accepted for who we are. I'm here to present a petition. This petition to stop the drag queen story time for 3 to 6-year-olds was started on August 23rd. As the American Library Association has encouraged this drag queen program for children, New Orleans and all that, we decided to address the petition to them as well. In less than 3 weeks, more than 17,000 of our people signed this petition. The American College of Pediatricians warns, and I quote, "Conditioning children into believing that a lifetime of chemical and surgical impersonation of the opposite sex is normal and healthy is child abuse." And so we ask, why is the Lafayette Public Library fueling this new form of child abuse? Why is the American Library Association fueling this child abuse? So I respectfully submit this request of more than 17,000 people, every walk of life, to you, ladies and gentlemen, of the Library Board of Control.
And if you could take kids when they're young and they could learn at a really young age that people who don't conform to their ideas of gender are not disgusting or scary, but can be likable, can be funny.
For those who might not be informed about the behaviors that you're championing before little kids in the taxpayer-funded library, this is what drag's all about. These are public social media posts from the UL drag queen who will be reading to kids in drag at the library.
Gross.
You might say that that you've asked them to be modest. We saw that in your email exchange. But I have to ask you though, why would you even have to address modesty with your readers in children's story time? We know the answer to that, and you do too, that drag is inherently sexual. It's about sexuality and sexual expression, a behavior and an ideology. It's not about acceptance of a person. Why would you be introducing a hypersexual culture to children in the name of so-called tolerance?
Why would you promote a lifestyle that is so dangerous? There are other dangerous lifestyles too. There are drug addictions. There are alcoholics. Are you going to be bringing in drug addicts and alcoholics to talk about how great that makes them feel?
Those who take issue with this event, I feel, are of no consequence. They never intended on nurturing their minds or that of their children to be anything other than the familiar, comfortable ideas that they hold to be true beyond a shadow of a doubt. And also, before closing, I would like to explain that drag queens and transgender people are not actually the same thing. I'm a trans man, and drag queens are cis male, men that were born as men and present as men who wear dresses. If y'all want to go ahead and make us sound like fools, maybe you should get your definitions right. Just saying. Thank you for your time.
The problem with this is that it's a promotion of the opposite of the truth, really. You heard earlier some people speak about bigotry. It's a very big word when you're dealing with issues such as this, bigotry. I would like to propose another word, which is biology. Biology, something founded on scientific fact. And the biology states that there are only two sexes. Gender is a literary term. Gender was a literary term until about the 50s, and then it began to be introduced into the medical system to try and promote gender fluidity, disagreeing with the fact that there are only two sexes determined by your chromosomes. And so this drag queen story hour is something that's very harmful, confusing children, contradicting science, contradicting reality. And with something like this being taught to our children, they begin to lose their grasp of reality, lose their grasp of the truth. And so what should a library be promoting? Should it be promoting confusion, or should it be promoting truth? Should it be promoting reality, facts? And so just to end this statement, we need to all remember that biology is not bigotry. And that those that stand on the side of truth, those are the people that stand on the right side of history. Thank you very much.